G'day everybody and welcome to limited edition number 30. This is an Hour of Devastation draft. I'm going to walk you through it pick by pick. You'll be able to see what my picks are. It's a format I'm still learning. I haven't been able to draft it that much yet, but let's see how we go. Alright, so I only got one red card in here. It's not all that great. The rare is not fantastic, although I did find Reason okay, but it just really does nothing. Sift and Worm is not too bad. This I don't mind, a 2/2 for 2 mana that creates a 1/1 every second turn or every other turn. That's pretty decent. I've also got Marauding Bone Slasher here, 3/3 for 3. Ruin Rat's not too bad, and Unquenchable Thirst is okay. I think we're going to take Steward of Solidarity. It's just a good value creature. Yeah, let's go with that and see how we go. Next best card is probably Unquenchable Thirst, Ruin Rat, Marauding Bone Slasher. So we'll just keep that in mind. Hollow one is okay. What else have we got here? It's actually a very similar pack to the last one. Bit of both Sharpshooters I don't mind. 4/4 Vigilance Reach is actually pretty good. Quarry Beetle is alright. Gilded Ceradon with Deserts is pretty good. Being able to make a creature not block is actually quite a good ability. Unsummon, Unquenchable Thirst again. So I think the best card here is probably Unquenchable Thirst. It's not a very good pack at all. We could also just take the Desert, because Deserts are very good. I found so far. What's that do? That's not too bad either. I think we might just take Unquenchable Thirst. Hour of Promise. Search your library for up to 2 land cards. Put them into your battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. Then if you control 3 or more deserts, create 2. I don't think that's very good. Gideon's Defeat's pretty good. As a sideboard card. The Avon is not too bad. Again, another bit of both Sharpshooters. We've got 2 deserts in colours that we've picked so far, but obviously the best card here is Open Fire, probably followed by Puncturing Blow. So we're definitely going to take Open Fire. And we'll see what we get from red coming through to us. Kenra Scrapper is actually very good, as is Aerial Guide. These are actually 2 very good commons in the format, I think. Aerial Guide is just nuts. 2/2, give another creature flying at common is extremely good. Kenra Scrapper, 2/3 Menace, becomes a 4/3. We could be doing blue-red. We could just take the red card and then look at red-white. We could even be blue-white, although I think Open Fire is better than Steward of Solidarity. It's a tough one. The Manticore is actually quite good as well. It's definitely out of those 2, I think. I think I'm going to take Kenra Scrapper and try and cut red a little bit. So, River Hoopu, a very unfortunate named card, very funny name. It's not too bad, but not what we're looking for here. None of those white cards are what we want. Granitic Titan is not too bad. It's not fantastic though, and neither are either of those. So Puncturing Blow I think is where we're going to go with this. Another removal spell, exiles them so it gets around Eternalize and Embalm, and deals enough damage to actually kill Eternalized creatures if they've come back from the graveyard already. So we'll take Puncturing Blow. So it might be a sign that red's not being drafted to that side of the table, which is good. We might be able to pick up a lot of red cards here. I think Steward of Solidarity is probably better than Unquenchable Thirst at this point. I have passed a couple of decent white cards. So Kindle Fury is not really what we want to do in red, although it's an okay combat trick, but still not great. Angel of the God Pharaoh is probably the best card here. 4/4 flying with cycling if we need to. Manolith is okay if we want to maybe splash. Nothing else here really stands out though. It's not a good pack. This is probably the weakest of the defeats as well. And yeah, there's really nothing else. I'm going to take the Angel. I could take Kindle Fury, but I am going to take the Angel. Alright, so Active Heroism, Blur of Blades. I actually have been impressed with Blur of Blades at the moment. It's a decent combat trick. And I'm not really keen on either of the others. Scrounger of Souls, I don't mind. 3/4 lifelink, it's difficult to deal with. It can gain you a fair chunk of life. But I'm going to take Blur of Blades, stay in red. Now we've got another Blur of Blades. We've got Riddle Form, which I don't think is that great. We've got a Desert, Manolith, or Defiant Kenra. I know we haven't really taken much in black yet, but no, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm actually just going to take the 2-drop here. Yeah, I'm going to take the 2-drop red creature, see if we can stay aggressive. Here, we really don't have a lot. Ruin Rat has come back, and there's another Unquenchable Thirst. I wonder if that means we're going to get... I'm going to take Unquenchable Thirst. I'm going to see if we can actually maybe get that flying creature back. I don't think we will. The name of it's... forgotten the name of it at the moment. Here we've got Consign to Oblivion or Unsummon. No. I think I'm going to take Unsummon. Now we've got... Gideon's Defeat. That's a Desert. Desert of the Mindful. If we go into blue, the Desert's going to be helpful. If we stay in white, Gideon's Defeat is quite powerful. I'm going to take Gideon's Defeat and pop it in the sideboard. Speculate on that one. I think we'll just take that, but not likely to play it. I don't really like that card. No. No. And not really. Alright, so not sure where we're going yet. Red's looking pretty good. Alright, well I think we're going into blue. Well, maybe not. 4/4 flying for 6. Opponent's residence. Maybe. Maybe. We could go into white because we've got Resolute Survivors and Dauntless Avon here. Whenever you exert a creature, I've got one exert creature. Oh no, 2 exert creatures so far. That's pretty good. That's quite good, I think. Dauntless Avon. Whenever Unesh, Cryo-Sphinx Sovereign, or another Sphinx enters the battlefield under your control, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put one pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. It's decent if I wanted to go into blue. If I want to try red-white aggro though. Do I take the gold card? I'm going to take Resolute Survivors, I think. Hopefully that was the right pick. There's another Open Fire, so I'm doing pretty well there. I think it was power I'm not really interested in. The Desert, but we'll take Open Fire. So it could still be red-blue spells, or potentially white-red aggro. We need to pick up some more white creatures if we're going to do that. We're going to have to make a decision pretty soon, I think. Just to see which direction we go. We don't want to be splitting it too much. Otherwise we might end up with a bit of a train wreck here. This isn't going to help the decision, but that is a very good card. 2/1 first strike, very good in an aggro deck. Discard a card, and it can basically kill anything. Your opponents have to, or can't really block it because anything it blocks will die. Anything that blocks it will die. But on the flip side, they can't really afford to let it go too much either. So we're going to take Burning Fist Minotaur. What do we got here? Nothing in blue. Thorn Demolic is not really where we want to go. I don't mind Frontline Devastator, so I think we'll take that over the Gilded Ceradon because we haven't picked up any deserts yet. So I'll take Frontline Devastator. Again, nothing really here. Ronus of Stalwart is good. Sunset Pyramid. I don't think I want that in an aggressive deck if that's where we're heading. I think we just take Thorn Demolic and stay in red for the time being. And figure out whether we're going into white or into blue. There's a Kenra Scrapper. No, that's not very good. Another Gideon's Defeat, but I think we'll take Kenra Scrapper and stay on red again. This will just allow us to see what we open in pack 3. Another one. See what we open in pack 3, and possibly if we open a bomb in either blue or white, we can switch into either of those two colours. So let's just take the white over here for a minute, I think. And the blue. The white's certainly stronger than the blue, so it'll probably end up being in white-red, depending on what else we open. What is Swarm Intelligence? Maybe casting is it? No. There's another Gideon's Defeat, Solitary Camel. It's okay as an aggressive creature. I think I might just take the Camel. Defiant Kenra, active for Vizier of the True. You may exert Vizier of the True as it attacks. When you exert a creature, tap target creature an opponent controls. Yeah, I think we're going to go and end up in white. It's not very good. None of that is very good, to be perfectly honest. I think we'll just take that in case. I don't think we'll be in blue at this point. So if we move sort by, give it a mana cost. So if we're going to go into a red-white aggro deck, we really want to start picking up some 2-drops. Which there is one there. Again, still don't have any deserts. Gilded Ceradon is good, but I still don't have any deserts at this point. And it's looking less likely that I'm going to get any decent ones, so I'm going to take the Mummy. That might be okay if we need extra 3-drops. I don't really like that. I'll put that over here as well. The good thing is we're actually looking at a red-white exert deck at the moment with Resolute Survivors, Kenra Scrapper, exerts. There was something else that exerted there as well. Vizier of the True. Sure. Alright, let's see what pack 3 brings. Let's open a Glory Bringer. That would be awesome. It's not a Glory Bringer. We do have an Arncroc Crasher. Very, very good. Another exert creature. I quite like that as a 3-drop. I'm going to take it. It's also got exert, so it works well with our Resolute Survivors. Also works well with Vizier of the True. So take Arncroc Crasher. So we're definitely going to be base red, possibly splashing white, depending on what happens here. Really want some more 2-drops. Would be very, very handy right now. Even some combat tricks would be pretty handy. We've got Blur of Blades. We've got 2 Open Fires, which is very good. And a Puncturing Blow as well. So the deck's starting to come up alright. I would just, as I said, like some more 2-drops to make it a bit better. A Gustwalker or 2 would be nice. What do we got here? Speaking of Gustwalker, there we go. So we could also take Retcrop Spearmaster, but we're not going to. We're going to take Gustwalker. It's one of the best commons in this set. And it's a 2-drop. It does everything we want it to do for this deck. Soulscar Mage is not quite what we want. Sacred Cat, not really either, although it's okay. What do we got? It's a 1-2 prowess. No, I don't think we really want it. Aspiring Mummy. Watchers of the Dead as a 2-drop. I think we just take Sacred Cat because it comes back, basically. We probably won't end up playing Angel of the Godfather, although we might. We'll see what happens. We don't have a lot of other things here. Disposal Mummy, yeah, it's okay out of the sideboard, I guess. Fanbearer or Electrify. I think we're just going to take Fanbearer. It's better than Electrify in an aggressive... Well, it's more of a controlling card, but in an aggressive format, Electrify is just a little bit too slow. Don't really want Fling, haven't got anything that's going to be that high power. So we'll take Fanbearer. I called it before. Let's see if we can call another Gustwalker right now. Be quite happy if I do. Got a story with Gustwalker. I actually had a deck with 6 of them in it at one point at a Friday Night Magic draft. I'm not sure how that actually happened in the end, but it actually didn't end up doing very well. I think I went 1-2 in that draft. I got a bit unlucky. We'll take Mighty Leap. There's nothing else here that we really want. Not interested in any of the deserts now, so we'll take Mighty Leap. Pathmaker Initiates, another 2-drop we can play. We've got some 2. So that we've got Kenra Scrapper, Thorn Mullet. Yeah, we'll take Pathmaker Initiate. We can make a few things unblockable. Well, that would have been a good card if we were going into the blue-red card deck, but we're not. So there's nothing here we really want, so I'm just going to take the uncommon. I'm actually at enough playables at the moment. We just need to sort of upgrade our card quality if possible. So things like Defiant Kenra, a 2-2 for 2 is a little bit below the curve these days, but can make the cut. It's playable. It's just not fantastic. Tell you what I wouldn't mind is an Aketra's Monument, but I don't think we're going to get that. Not now, we're not anyway. So I think we might take another Mighty Leap. Combat tricks are fine in an aggro deck. This one's an interesting one. If we're playing a lot of creatures, Aketra's Name is actually quite good if we can attack with a lot of creatures, keep them on the board. Sunscorched Desert, I said before we don't want deserts, so we actually do have something that cares about deserts there, Solitary Camel. And we're not really that worried about mana here. But I'm going to take Aketra's Name. I don't know whether we'll play that or not. There's 0 in this deck for us, so we will just take Slitherblade because we can. Not much here as well, except for Watchers of the Dead, which I guess is a strict upgrade over Defiant Kenra. Yep, whatever. We could play Cradle. Yeah, I'm actually going to take Cradle of the Accursed there. I'll just take the full art land. Why not? And a mountain. So we've ended up with 27 playables, one of which is a land. We've ended up with a few 2-drops, probably not enough in terms of creatures, but let's have a look. Group creatures separately. So we've got 19 creatures, 7 other cards. So we can probably get rid of Angel of the God Pharaoh now. So these are 25. I'm not sure if this is a deck that really wants to... I think this is a deck that only wants to play 16 land. We haven't got any cycling, but we're not going to have anything over 4 mana either. So I think Thorned Moloch can possibly come out. Which takes us to 24 cards. It leaves in Ketra's name, a couple of removal spells, a couple of tricks. Yeah, I think I like that. So we combine the... No, we don't need to combine the groups yet. So we've got 15 land to put in. I think we want slightly more white. So I think we want to go 8 and 7. Sounds good to me. That way around. Combine groups. Alright, it looks like a deck. I don't know how good it is, but we're going to give it a shot. I'll see you guys in the matches.